Hello, today we're doing a connection reading between Pisces and Taurus. I'm very excited for this one. Taurus, you're represented by this rock because, you're all about the body and earthly matters, You're like, I just want to rest. If I want to rest, I'm going to rest. If I want to eat, I'm going to eat. Whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it. And then Pisces, you're represented by this shell because water and everything. And the shell comes from the ocean. Or it was washed up by the ocean at least. And it thrives in the ocean. You don't have to be the signs of Taurus or Pisces in order to resonate with this reading. It's going to be very multi-layered. I'm just going to use the words and the archetypes and the zodiac signs of Taurus and Pisces in order to get a feel of the reading for myself. And also it's important to me because I will be referring to the two people, to the two personas, to the two entities and energies and how they're reacting to each other. I'm going to be saying Taurus feels this, Pisces is this, and you can just kind of replace that with like your names. But also if Pisces and Taurus resonates with you, in order to connect to this reading, that's great. And even better, I guess, yes, because the words match up to the feelings. Taurus and Pisces. Both of you are okay without the other. You're both fine. You're both thriving in your own skin without the other person, as represented by the Strength card in both of y'all's energies. Taurus specifically is thriving publicly. They have a very unique energy to them. Taurus, I'm going to talk to you right now. Or I don't know if I should use they, them. Taurus, you have a very, very, very unique energy to you. You stand out. You're one of a kind. And you're also confident within that energy. And you're not looking for community at this moment. You're not actively searching. I'm not saying you don't have community, but that's really not on your priority list right now because, first of all, you're so unique. But I'm also getting the sense that even if you found people who were as unique and on your level, that's not something you're interested in. That's not something that I feel like you would put a lot of effort into. That could be something that's holding you back, though. It could feel like you might be like, yeah, it might be actually a negative thing that you're not letting people in. Because you're on your own journey of self-discovery and it's actually pretty rough right now, what you're going through. And all the armor that you have on that makes you unique and other people can tell that you see that you're unique and you like feel confident in your armor. You are in an energy of, I'm not wearing this armor to look good. I'm wearing this armor because I need it. And that's what makes me different from the rest of everyone. I'm wearing this armor because I need it. Solo journey. But also, I commend you for like also keeping people at arm's reach, because what you're going through is tough and you don't want to bring other people into it. You want to figure it out on your own first, and you totally have the resources to do that. You totally have the resources to be on your own. And that's why you're kind of chilling on your own and thriving on your own. You have an alien vibe too, though. You might be alienating others around you. It could be because you're like, I'm an alien. I am different. And I'm too different for anyone to be near me. So, yeah, you're Taurus, you are thriving on your own. Moving on to who Pisces is. Pisces, you're also very confident with who you are right now. It feels like you're going through an ego death at the moment. Giving me the energy of putting yourself in situations just to harm yourself, just to test yourself. You're... Wow. Ooh, someone could be talking about you, Pisces. You know, they say sneezes represent others talking about you. It feels like you're on... It feels like you are... If other people are perceiving you, 1 minute you're very healthy and you're very wise and you're a brilliant person, and then the next minute you full on destroy that vision of yourself to other people. People can meet you and they can think, wow, you're so cool, you're so wise, you're so stable, and then you do something to completely crash and burn, like on purpose though. Like you're doing this very visually and very publicly, and it just keeps going up and down, up and down. People can't get a read on you. You seem content though, but also you're hurting yourself actively. But it's more like to test both waters. You're also in that energy of ego and putting yourself first, like a selfish energy. So the reason you're doing this is not actively to persuade other people's perception of you. You're not like seeing someone perceive you as very positively and you're like, I gotta show them. No, you are acting from your own accord. You are acting very individually, and you're making these choices for yourself and not for anybody else. It's because you're in an energy of testing the waters, like testing both reaches, both ends of the spectrum. You know, it's very unique. It's very fun energy, but not everyone can enjoy it. Not everyone does enjoy it. If you like, a very concrete example would be eating a jar of olives and then saying, I hate olives. Or the other way around. Saying, and like actively hating olives, but eating a jar of olives. It's just unpredictable. It's mutable energy. It's so unpredictable. Very unpredictable. Like at this point, you're hard to look at by some people. But you're getting there. Like, you're definitely growing. You're definitely spiraling towards something. This is giving like experimental energy. Like hypothesizing and science and experimenting. Did I say that? Experimental. Yes, experimenting. That's what you're doing, Pisces. So, we're going to start with Pisces. This is what Pisces thinks about themselves. This is what Pisces thinks about. This is what you, Pisces, think about yourself. The World, the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Two of Swords. This is what you think about yourself, Pisces. Page of Wands is your body dealing with your spirit. You seem cut off. There's just, you really don't want to think about yourself. I'm just gonna switch to they, them. Pisces really does not want to think about themselves. It's very difficult. It's very heavy energy to think about themselves. It's going in a loop. And the way that they're living life, that circle of never-ending energy, it's so chaotic, it's so mutable. It would be very hard to think before you act. Like, it's their persona right now, Pisces persona right now, is so unpredictable. It would be very extremely difficult to think about it. And the reason they're able to be so unpredictable is because they're not thinking about it. Or they're cutting off thinking about it. Because everything has a source. Everything has a beginning. And when you're juggling 15 balls every 2 seconds, and it's new 15 balls, and you have to think about every single item's beginning in order to make sense of it, Pisces is just at Pisces has cut off thinking about themselves. Pisces is dealing from their subconsciousness. They are finding it easier to not think consciously at the moment. But also that in itself is a conscious decision to turn off your brain and decide that you're going to think about it once the ride is over. And yeah, that could be like, I could see how this could be toxic, because it's almost like creating a fire and pushing it and spreading it as much as Pisces possibly can, and only deciding to reflect on it once it's over. Reflect on its beginnings, reflect on why it happened. Because it's difficult to. It would require Pisces to go to the very, very beginning of their life, of not, maybe even not of their life, maybe that's why it's difficult. Like, it's a certain switch happened at a specific point in the past, and you have to find that specific point, and you have to think about other people and how they affected you and how you affected other people. I think the Pisces body just cannot handle reflecting right now. So if they think about something, how they think about themselves, the thought instantly changes. Like, it's too unpredictable. Their lifestyle right now is too unpredictable to put a thought into it. It's stuck right now, definitely. It's Two of Swords energy. It's lost, but I don't blame them for not looking for it. It's a difficult energy to sort through. I wonder, maybe Pisces is focused on something else other than their like analysis of themselves or of the world, because the way they're acting is definitely not from a logical place. You can't logically disturb the way that Pisces is at the moment. What does Pisces feel? Actually, sorry. We're gonna do it balanced. What does Taurus think about themselves? Goddess of Water, Queen of Wands, Strength, and the Five of Cups in reverse. Taurus thinks about themselves. Taurus is definitely doing a good job restraining themselves and feeling too over emotional, feeling scared. Taurus is commending themselves, feeling proud of themselves for being able to process everything all at once, intake everything all at once without needing to stop any sort of flow within the energies of life. I feel like if they have regret, like Taurus could be thinking about some sort of regret they have where they cried wolf on some sort of situation, and they are actively learning from that, actively learning about themselves and how their own stream into the world. That did not make sense. Taurus, you're very focused on yourself and you're very proud of yourself, at the same time experiencing a little bit of shame for your innate animalistic responses from childhood that you got. Like maybe from childhood you gained a personality trait where if you are overwhelmed or sad or depressed, you could overreact. But currently, you're very proud of yourself for acknowledging that part of yourself, not hiding it away. It's fully in your consciousness because you know that's how you can redirect the stream and reparent yourself to flow better with the world. And literally, you and the world are like this. You're not overwhelmed by anything. You're in awe, mesmerized by everything, and also mesmerized by yourself and your abilities to control yourself. You're very aware of who you are. You're thinking about who you are and your self-image, and you're living up to it. You know who you are. You're not lying to yourself in any sort of way about who you are. And that's elevating your confidence. Okay. This is what Taurus thinks about Pisces. We got the 10 of Earth twice, once in reverse, the other time upright. It's like, Okay, what Taurus thinks about Pisces. They definitely see the beauty in Pisces. They think that together with Pisces, Taurus can elevate even higher physically. Maybe with Pisces, they think that Pisces can elevate their physical image. Maybe they think I'll be better looking with Pisces around me. Maybe they think I can gain more money with Pisces. Pisces can add to my life physically. They can make my home better. They can make my body feel better. But at the same time, Pisces could potentially destroy what I have already built for myself. They can, and we have the Tower here, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, like Pisces is going around and around and around. Like Taurus is looking at Pisces, and one day Pisces is like, they're in awe of Pisces, and the other day they're embarrassed of Pisces. Pisces is unpredictable, and they can't tell if Pisces is mentally, physically, like spiritually safe to be around at the moment. And Taurus's thoughts about Pisces are definitely reflected with that feeling, with how Pisces is presenting themselves. Taurus can, one thing that Pisces does, Taurus can instantly see, you can make my life better. Like you can bring me to the point in life where I want to be. You can help me progress. And at the same time, flip a coin. Like this is literally flip a coin. This is literally a gamble. Taurus can see how Pisces is a gamble. At the same time, you can destroy what I've built so far. You can just put me in an energy that I've been in tenfold. Like if I trust you, if I let you in, this is what Taurus is thinking. If I let Pisces in and they know what I'm going through and what I'm working on, they can exploit that, and they can basically make it tenfold, because Taurus is working on something, but it's so quiet. They think that potentially Pisces could make it way louder, way more dramatic. It could either go, like, it could literally be two things, and it could be these two things at the same time as well. That's what Pisces is. Pisces is doing everything at the same time, and Taurus could be feeling that as well. Where I feel like Taurus sees Pisces as a gamble, a risk, but also not a risk, because I feel like they can tell with Pisces that Pisces would elevate them and bring them to fulfillment physically, but also going down that path in order to be fulfilled physically the way that Taurus is working towards, and the way that Taurus like craves and thrives, could be a major risk. It could be something that they're not sure that they want to go through with Pisces. Like they don't know if they want to let Pisces in, because like it would be insane. It would be crazy. It would be life-changing. It would be a Tower moment. It would be chaotic. And like Taurus knows that adding Pisces, or like Pisces themselves, would benefit Taurus, but also Taurus also has a thought of staying by themselves is just as pleasing of a thought. I'm going to say that again. Taurus thinks that Pisces could elevate them, but also the thought of not adding Pisces to their life is just as viable. So there, really, it's both. It's adding Pisces to my life would, I know that it would increase my physical attributes, but if I don't add Pisces to my life, nothing's gonna change. Like, I'll be okay. Like, I don't know if I want to take the risk, because it's like Pisces is so extreme. They're like taking a drug. Pisces is like a drug that you take to elevate everything and to make it go faster. And Taurus doesn't know if they want to take that route. Like, maybe there would be a different route in order to reach their goals. Like, they know Pisces could take them there, but they just don't know if it's worth the risk of blowing everything up, literally being overwhelmed. They don't know if it's worth that risk of being overwhelmed. Okay. This is what Pisces thinks about Taurus. Priestess, the 10 of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups, and the 8 of Wands. Pisces really respects Taurus. Pisces sees Taurus as a beautiful centered creature. Pisces sees within Taurus abilities and magic that Pisces does not hold. So Pisces is definitely entranced by Taurus. But currently, Pisces is not going to make any sort of moves towards Taurus. Like, not at all. It's not in the plans at all. I think it's because... how does Pisces feel about Taurus? We got the Ace of Cups to the 10 of Cups. Like, all of the wonder, all of the feelings, all of the amazement. But Pisces isn't gonna act on it. Like, they're like putting a stop to all those feelings that they have towards Taurus, and just wanting to watch them from afar. They don't want to feel anything. They pretty much shut off their emotions, I think. I think that's what they're thinking about Taurus. They're like, this is what Pisces is thinking. Shut off everything that you feel for them and just watch, just observe. Cups. I feel like Pisces might feel a little bit guilty for being so chaotic for Taurus. I'm getting like Pisces knows themselves, okay? They might not be, Pisces knows that currently they are not being a logical, conscious person that is doing what's best for everyone around them. And for Taurus, I think that they know that they feel guilty for being selfish with Taurus. I think that they're staying away because they want Taurus to make that decision. Like, Pisces can totally feel happiness and joy and a familial spirit with Taurus. They could feel like we're family, like I want to spend more time with you, but I'm not gonna go for that. I understand like that I can't go for that. I don't want to go for that because I don't want my feelings to overwhelm you. I don't want, like, you don't have to sign up for this. Pisces is like, I signed up for this. This is my choice. What I'm doing is my choice. Yes, I feel all of this love for you and I want to be around you. but you're fine where you are. And I feel like Pisces has actually turned off their emotions, or that's what they're consciously doing. Like if they're thinking about Taurus, they're thinking, shut up. They're thinking, stop. They're thinking, they're just shutting off their emotions. They're just choosing to stay away from Taurus. It's sad because the Ace and the Ten of Cups, like, so beautiful, but maybe it's maybe Pisces is overwhelmed by their own emotions towards Taurus, and that's why they're keeping their distance and not making any moves towards them. They want Taurus to thrive on their own. Maybe they don't want to add anything to Taurus's life without Taurus explicitly like asking for it and coming to them. Okay. Just want to read what this card is. Just the highlighted portion. I don't have a highlighted portion. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Pisces is just very intrigued by Taurus, and they see the beauty in them, and they like observing them and watching them. And they're consciously suppressing all of their desire for Taurus in order to leave Taurus alone, because maybe Pisces is even observing Taurus be on their journey. Maybe Taurus isn't as hidden, like maybe Taurus isn't alone as Taurus thinks they are right now. Maybe Pisces has a view. Maybe Pisces has a view. Okay. This is what Pisces feels about themselves. This is what Pisces feels about themselves. Mind dealing with the spirit. Pisces just does, like, with feelings and their body. With their thoughts and their body, and I'm assuming also their emotions, they just don't feel evolved enough to follow their spirit. So they're kind of following their spirit step by step, letting their spirit lead, which is their intuition, and everything else is kind of lagging behind. Like their body doesn't know why it's doing what it's doing. Or not why, but their body's just kind of their body, their mind, and their emotions is shut off from their spirit, because their spirit is kind of ahead of them, and I guess everything else is catching up at the moment. They feel shut off from themselves though. Like it's that experimental energy where everything is so new that everything is new. Nothing is the same. There's really no grounding to it. It's not totally lost though. Like Pisces seems calm enough. It's like when you first meet Pisces, they're all over the place. They're too unpredictable. You're like, oh, they got a good head on their shoulders. Oh, the next moment's like, oh, and then the next moment's like, oh, like Pisces is just going like this, and you're like, I don't know where you're gonna stop. Okay, how Pisces feels about themselves. Not ready. not ready to turn on the emotions or the thoughts or the body. Not ready. They kind of just want to keep in this energy of experiments and hypothesizing and new. They're not ready to connect it to the past. They're very focused on the future. They just seem cut off from their emotions. They don't want to go to the past because the past seems immature. They don't feel ready to accept praise. Like they don't, even though they're experimenting and doing all these new things, they don't feel like they're at a point where other people can appreciate what they've done, because they don't appreciate what they've done. They haven't done anything yet worth praise and worth appreciation, which I feel is what you're striving for when you're, well, that's a part of what you're striving for when you're in this energy of science and experimenting. You're kind of striving for something new, you know, for a legacy is what they say, to create something new, to change the world. They also don't feel about themselves that they are financially and physically content. It all just comes together. This is how they feel about themselves. Their feelings are just so... It's like all of Pisces' feelings are in their thoughts towards Taurus. That's where their feelings are. That's where all of their feelings go. That's where all the emotions go. And even there, it's cut off from being expressed. But that's just where it's all staying. That's where it's all put. That's the shelf that it's on. It's where Pisces can feel things. Feelings towards Taurus. But they're not going to express it, okay? But that's where all the feelings are. Because it's kind of also, the feelings are kind of uncomfortable. Even though they're all the feeling, like they're very far, because they're not planning on making any sort, they're not planning on expressing their emotions to Taurus. So it's not like they visit their emotions very often. Pisces' feelings about themselves. It just feels like not there yet. Like I feel like I'm getting ready for a race. Just like not there yet. Like I can't, Pisces can't put a finger on what they're feeling about themselves, because they're not at a place physically and in their creative journey where they can feel what they want to feel. Pisces is just being so chaotic. It's just never ending. Like they can't stop for a second. They're not stopping in their body, and because like they're not grounded to anything, it's very difficult to feel anything, to express some sort of emotions. Very hopeful though. Very hopeful energy. Pisces feels about themselves like very hopeful. They know, I think that's where their feelings are. I said something about the future. I said about Taurus that Taurus, oh shit, I said something about the future. I said something about like being very focused on the future, but not ready to face the past yet. I forget who I said that for. Being so focused on the future, but not ready to face the past yet. Well, that's definitely the energy that Pisces is in. Being so focused on the future, not ready to face the past yet. They're like not really thinking. Pisces is not thinking about themselves. They're not feeling themselves. They're just go, 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 go. Like a wheel on fire. It's just overwhelming. Pisces. What is Pisces thinking about? Feeling about themselves? That's overwhelming. There's no end to it. It's going in 4 different directions with what they're feeling about themselves, and the cards aren't telling me where those directions end, so I can't even tell you where they're feeling, because in order to understand even one path, to understand one feeling that Pisces is feeling, you have to go on a journey, okay? So it's difficult to comprehend that. Okay, let's see what Taurus is feeling about themselves. We got the Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords, and the Great Mother. Taurus is feeling about themselves. I feel like Taurus is feeling despair towards themselves. If they're being completely honest with their feelings, they feel unworthy of completing their task. Not unworthy, but just defeated, depleted. Like they're not gonna make it to the end. Pessimistic. They could feel like they're not giving enough to other people, and that could like be adding on to their self-hatred at the moment. Like the feelings towards themselves, like if they're being completely honest with how they feel towards themselves, it's like, I should be better, I should be letting people in, I should be doing this based on my past, and that, but I'm so focused on going the path forward. Okay. let me restart. So Taurus is really focused on walking their path and making it to the end of their goals and their ambitions. What they feel about themselves is they feel like they're not letting people in, and that can be not the best idea, but also they can't really do anything about it because they're currently at a moment of pessimism and cynicism where they're like just feeling hopeless about their future. That's what they're feeling. But logically thinking, they are, you know how we said like Taurus is very, very conscious about their tendency to overreact if they feel sad or if they feel threatened. Like Taurus is actively working on and acknowledging that part of themselves, but what they might be feeling more resentful towards themselves. Like I feel like their mind is giving them grace, like, okay, we're actively working through this, but if they really ask their heart, if you really ask their heart how they're feeling, they're like, I'm a piece of poo. I'm the worst person in life. I can't do anything right, and I'm not gonna get where I want. It's just very cynical. But I'm really happy that their mind is logical. It's just something I feel like they have to feel, even though their logical mind is also what's making them feel this way, because it's okay to feel what you want to feel. I feel like Taurus is dealing with energy of feeling like they didn't give enough to others. Taurus is feeling an energy of selfishness, and it could be a contradicting energy where their mind is telling them like, can't be selfish, like, oh, you have all your problems because you're being selfish. But also, if you take that thought out of your head and you just feel selfish, it'll feel lighter and it'll take you down a different road, probably. You'll understand why you're feeling that way. There will be a different purpose to those feelings of selfishness. We got 3 of the 10 cards from the Santa Muerte deck, and it's very pretty to have them all out. I wonder if the last one will be out. Okay. This is what Taurus feels towards Pisces. The Star, Temperance, 10 of Cups, and the Magician. Damn. What Taurus feels towards Pisces. A lot of love. A lot of familiarity. A lot of respect. They feel like Pisces, they could be very, very happy and blissful and calm and at peace with Pisces. Pisces brings that energy to them. Pisces also stimulates them intellectually, where they can talk very easily about all sorts of things. They feel that Pisces can help them manifest whatever they need. They feel like Pisces is a very patient person, patient energy, and teaches them about patience. Makes them just a better person, like makes them enjoy life more. But also they see that we got the Star in reverse, which is the same energy that Pisces in, and that energy is saying that they are actively, what is the opposite of healing? Hurting yourself. Pisces is actively hurting themselves in order to, like the two spectrums, healing, hurting. And Pisces is doing the hurting right now, because that's just the wheel that they're on. They're on the hurting side. They could be healing, and like when you're hurting, you are healing. But it's so hard when someone hurts themselves. It's not like the best energy to observe. Not everyone can observe that with a steady stomach. They might feel hurt by Pisces for hurting. Taurus might feel that Pisces is hurting them by Pisces hurting themselves. Or maybe Taurus just can't stomach the hurting that Pisces is doing to themselves. Pisces is actively hurting themselves, and Taurus finds that not as appealing, even though there's so much appealing things happening. They love Pisces. Taurus loves Pisces. But Pisces is hard to love. This is what Pisces feels towards Taurus. Goddess of Earth, 6 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and 3 of Swords in reverse. This is what Pisces feels towards Taurus. Pisces definitely sees Taurus as an angel on earth, a goddess, God on earth. Extraterrestrial being on earth. Taurus is just magnificent. Taurus is just one of a kind. Taurus is something completely different. Pisces is an observer of Taurus. Pisces sees Taurus, feels towards Taurus that they are basically a celebrity, that they're on a screen, that there's something really unreachable, that there's something to observe, there's something that is not connected to Pisces. And Pisces, it's almost like Libra and Mercury. It also feels like Pisces doesn't want to find common ground with Taurus. Pisces doesn't want to communicate with them on equal footing because that would be painful. I feel like that would be painful for Taurus. Pisces is aware that would be painful for Taurus because Pisces is being self-destructive. And they don't want to be on equal footing with Taurus because that would just bring pain. But also we have the Six of Pentacles, which is, there's a clock on here, so maybe they're hoping or like waiting for the right time to be healthy on their own in order to connect with Taurus, because we also have the Two of Wands, which is making plans, deciding, decision making. Six of Pentacles is also in Taurus's feelings about themselves. So maybe it's even like both. Maybe it's not only that Pisces would be in a lot of pain if there was equal communication between these two energies, but Taurus would also be in a lot of pain because Pisces would bring to surface an energy that Taurus is not ready to face. Taurus is kind of dealing with dread right now, or was it despair? Taurus is feeling an ego death currently within them, and if they were to communicate with Pisces on equal footing, Pisces would just be very blunt and honest about what Taurus is going through, and that could be something that wouldn't help Taurus at the moment. That's not something that Taurus needs. That's something that is very personal to Taurus, and Pisces can very much feel that. Pisces feels that towards Taurus. It's something that maybe they're attracted about Taurus. It's something that they connect with Taurus on. So that would be something that that would be in the energy that Pisces brings to them. The energy that Pisces brings to Taurus is something that Taurus feels is very personal to them. So they might feel, Taurus might feel, what's the word? Like specifically attacked by Pisces. Like if they were to come together right now. Yeah. That's what Pisces feels about Taurus right now. Pisces might be making plans to right the wrongs and find an equal footing between these two energies, Pisces and Taurus. Pisces might be feeling like, I really want to connect these two energies. I just don't know how right now. If we connect, it would be uncomfortable. Pisces would feel like the bad guy, and Taurus would feel like Taurus would feel like a punching bag. Taurus would feel like the victim. Taurus would feel, yeah, I don't know. Before we move on to the last three piles, I want to mention that Taurus feels a lot of love towards Pisces, and Pisces in their mind are also very aware that they have a lot of love towards Taurus, but Pisces is shutting that off within themselves and more seeing Taurus as a celebrity. They see Taurus as something unreachable, something that doesn't deserve their own person. They're like, my feelings are too personal. Like, Taurus doesn't give a fuck about them. It wouldn't do anything to Taurus. But Taurus feels a lot of love towards Pisces. But Pisces' love for Taurus is stuck in their head. It's so confusing because that's also where all of Pisces' emotions are at. All of Pisces' emotions are in their thoughts towards Taurus. So they might like literally restrict themselves from thinking about Taurus or from going towards Taurus because maybe they're having a hard time controlling their emotions, or not controlling, you can't control emotions, but addressing their emotions, putting their emotions in the right, correct, healthy place. They, like, Pisces could be using Taurus as Pisces could be using Taurus to help navigate and place their emotions in a place. Like, Pisces could be using Taurus to store their emotions. And I don't think Pisces is putting their emotions onto Taurus. Maybe that's what Taurus, maybe that's happening because Pisces is not making any moves towards Taurus. They're kind of cutting them off. So maybe it's a disruptive energy. It's like using it's giving the energy of using a celebrity to work through your own baggage and your own stuff. Like Pisces is using Taurus, the view of Taurus. They're just using them. Like they are still, and I don't think it's like a bad energy. I don't think it's like taking advantage. It's Taurus might be unaware that they like have an audience, that they're being used in this way. Like I think more inspiration, okay? But it might also be unfair to Taurus because I don't know if it's unfair, okay? I don't know if it's unfair to Taurus because if Pisces were to come out to Taurus in the energy that they are, like, come on, Taurus. Taurus doesn't even know if they want to enter that energy into their realm, okay? Like, Taurus is fully aware of how chaotic it is and where these two energies are at, okay? These two energies are very aware of themselves. So, we're going to move on to fire. Taurus's current action. What is Taurus doing in relation to Pisces? Pilgrim, the Fool, the Devil in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Emperor Aries in reverse. The Fool, bro, and the Devil in reverse. I think Taurus might be in an energy that they recently entered in, right? This is action, so this is spontaneous. This is in the present moment where they decided to stop walking away from Pisces. They're in an energy of, okay, Pisces might not be as bad for me as I think they are, and there is very much the potential of Taurus taking a risk towards Pisces, a big risk, a huge, unpredictable, unexplainable, makes no sense risk. They're aware that they're connected to Pisces, but they know that it's not necessarily a bad or toxic connection. It would be a risk. It would be unexplainable. I don't think it would make sense why this is happening. But also, if they did this, it could be a huge stab to the ego, a huge punch to the ego, where they might feel like if they made a move towards Pisces, it could hurt their masculinity, it could hurt their pride. That's the word. It could hurt their pride. It's giving me the action that Taurus has towards Pisces is that they were walking away and then they stopped, and now they're looking back and contemplating. They're rethinking the situation. Okay. And Pisces, current action, current fire towards Taurus. We got the Six of Air, the Four of Cups, the World in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. Guys, we literally got the Fool and the World. Okay, so these two energies are very much aligned and very much working in synergy right now at the moment. But it's hard because it's almost as if, like, pretend this is half of a wheel and like the other half is underneath, right? This is Pisces, this is Taurus. like never touching, but always together. Oh, it's parallel energies. It's parallel energies. All in reverse. Pisces, oh my God. Cut off. Pisces is cut off. Pisces is too unpredictable, bro. But they are cut off. They are not about to touch Taurus in any way, I think. So we got the 4, 5, and 6 of Cups. Pisces energy towards Taurus. If Pisces feels that if they made like a move towards Taurus, it would just send Taurus backwards. Pisces does not want to attack Taurus. Pisces does not want to surprise Taurus. It's like a wall. There's a wall here. What Taurus did, Taurus walked away and then they stopped and now they're looking back. While Taurus was walking away, Pisces built a wall. There's a huge wall here, okay? Like, I'm not saying they were still building it. I think, like, I'm not saying they're still building it, but there's a wall now. There is a huge wall. And it's not to stop Taurus from, like, maybe it is actually. A wall could mean so many different things. Like, there's not a specific answer. Here's what I think a wall means. Taurus looks back, they can't see Pisces anymore. Also, it stops Pisces from getting to Taurus and following Taurus. Like, Pisces is restraining themselves. Hell yeah. Like, in order to restrain themselves, they had to build a wall. A wall was crucial. And it brought them peace, like, because otherwise there's a lot of energy of wanting, like, for Pisces energies towards Taurus, we got the 8 of Wands, we got the 6 of Air, and the 2 of Wands. All energy of, but they're all in reverse. But if it was upright, this would be energy of, like, I'm coming after you, babe. But it's all in reverse, so actively restraining yourself. And, like, it's fine. Like, it's literally, it's a wall. It's peaceful at this point. So Pisces can't see Taurus either, okay? Okay, last pile. These two energies come into one. Taurus plus Pisces equals the Moon, the 8 of Cups, the Chariot, and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We got the 8 of Cups somewhere else. I thought we did. No, this is the first time. No, the 8 of Cups is in Taurus's energy towards Pisces. But it's upright. Got the Chariot. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Which is Taurus. Let's go. Taurus in Venus. The energy is playful. The energy is mysterious. It is too, like, it is a familial energy. Like, you two are family. You two are comfortable with each other. Whatever you're going through at the moment, it's just going to make the energy between you two stronger. It's going to make you all more comfortable in each other's presence. With the Chariot, yeah, there's going to be movement. Like, you guys are, both of you are working on your own energy in order to build. And I know that's literally what the pile is, but the Chariot is just confirming this, okay? That both of y'all's energy is coming together in order to create to find a new place where both of you can thrive. if whatever the world has to offer, this type of relationship can't thrive for whatever reason, like whatever physical restraints there are, both of you, with the energies that you're creating towards yourself, you're actively building, this may be energetically or emotionally, you're building a space unlike any other. You're building a space where both of you and both of your energies can be seen. Currently, this energy is in the dark. This energy is hard to see, hard to find, but it's there, okay? Some energies can perceive what y'all are going through and understand it. You know, within Taurus and Pisces, both of you, there's an energy within you that understands what is happening, but also there at the same time is an energy that is completely lost and cannot see. So follow your intuition, close your eyes, walk blindly, and I think that would bring you great bliss. Look at this card of both of you coming together. So happy, so content. Like, it's giving family energy. It's giving family. My nose is so itchy. Look that up. What does an itchy nose mean? 8 of Cups. Let's read it. A new moment of balance that, although connected to emotions and feelings, leaves some doubt as to its duration. This is probably a precarious stability. If not faced in a serene and satisfying manner, it may mutate into a difficult situation through laziness, self-isolation, or fear of possible delusions. Accept your actual situation and the possible failures, and try to be receptive and disposed towards a change of equilibrium destined in any case to mutate. So this is going to mutate. This is changing. And you have to do your part. Like, whatever you do, the other person is going to follow. Like, it's a mirror, right? Work to better yourself and the other person will be bettering themselves. And that's saying what the card said. If you're feeling lazy, if you're feeling pessimistic, work on fixing that within yourself, and naturally, this is gonna change, okay? This is changing and fast, I assume. So it's coming towards you. When it comes towards you, do you want to be laying in your bed for the past 20 hours and you're kind of lethargic? Or maybe you'll be doing something. Like, maybe you'll be actively stimulated when it comes in, and it'll be a better experience when you two combine your energies. And I'm getting that when these two people come together, it's going to be very unpredictable. It's going to be in the dark. It's going to be somewhere unexpected. But it's going to be very happy because both of you came into this situation, like I said, like, not lethargic, not lazy, not in a bad place. You're both going to be happy, and seeing each other, you're going to be even happier. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is the first court card that came out. Can you believe it? No, I'm lying. I'm such a liar. The first court card that came out was in Pisces. It was the King of Wands. So Pisces is the King of Wands, okay? Pisces is in charge. Pisces is loud. Pisces is chaotic. Pisces is fiery at the moment, okay? So that was just like, okay, leave Pisces. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's like very self-explanatory. Okay, but this is giving Taurus energy. Obviously, I already said it was Taurus. So when you come together, I think Taurus plus Pisces equals Taurus. And I'm not, it's in reverse, okay? Stay with me here. Taurus plus Pisces equals Taurus, because both of you are here. I think I'm getting the energy that this couple is here to uplift Taurus. Like Pisces is, oh my god. I feel like Pisces has more to work on within themselves in order to get to a better place within themselves. And when you're working on yourself, you can't bring anyone else into that. Like, it's impossible. Taurus needs a boost. Adding Pisces to Taurus's life will expand them. Like, it will, adding Pisces, Taurus has a logical goal, like an analytical, can spell it out goal, right? They know the steps. Adding Pisces can bring them to that goal. Pisces is on their own. Pisces is a tornado, okay? Pisces is like turning around in a circle, doing their own thing, unpredictable. No one can predict them. So I feel like when these two energies come together, it is going to be about uplifting Taurus. It is going to be a big moment of Taurus being in the spotlight, which, no, I don't think is a bad thing. I just saw like all of the ones. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think even Pisces would be very happy being near Taurus. Like, Pisces already sees Taurus as such a highly commendable, beautiful person, like as a celebrity. When they come together, Taurus is going to be in the spotlight. And I think that's beautiful. And you know, it's like with every couple, there's someone who's supporting you and someone who's in the spotlight. I think that's the energy. My nose is extremely itchy. That was the reading for Taurus and Pisces. I hope y'all enjoyed. It was a long one. I'll see you later.